doing a presentation today on drug addiction. I chose that because from prior experience, coming from drugs, I know that I can relate. I know that I can be effective to help others in that area from experience, and that's why I chose drug addiction. Not only that, but drug addiction is a worldwide epidemic. It's worldwide. There's a lot of young people nowadays that's hooked on pills and heroin, and you have crack babies, and it's just a world epidemic. I can relate to them because I remember about 7 years into an addiction. It was in 1985. I got hooked up with a guy that was dealing drugs, and I got turned on to him, and I got hooked just like that. And it was a world of hell for me. And I thank God for bringing me through that, but I lost everything I had. I wanted to commit suicide. I felt there wasn't no hope for me. And it was just horrible. And it was cocaine. I drank. I did drugs earlier in life as a soother, I thought. But it really wasn't a soother. Now, for me, the only thing that helped me was my relationship. I got turned on to Christ. That's what turned my life around. I went to AA programs, but they have different types of recovery programs. They have AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. They have NA, narcotic groups and stuff. And they have group therapy. They have Christian counseling. They have a lot of different avenues that may work for different people. But for me, I was so addicted and just beat down by the drug. I needed something I call not a higher power, but God. I needed something to intervene. And I knew God, just wasn't serving him. And so that's what brought me out of my addiction. I was delivered almost automatically from everything. He just took the desire. I didn't drink anymore. I didn't smoke anymore. And I didn't have a desire for drugs. And that's been almost 20 years now. And I thank God for that. So I know what drugs can do and how it can destroy lives. And not only are you affected, but you affect your family members. They become a part of your addiction. Anytime you have a dysfunction in the family, everybody's affected by that dysfunction. Because you love them, you want to help them, or you may steal from the family, and you do a lot of things that devalue you as a person because of the addiction, because it alters your mind. We'll talk about the different types of addictions. We have alcohol, cocaine, heroin, speed, and then there's pills. You have Valium, Vicodin, Xanax, Percocets, Roxanol, Tylenol. And I've seen people addicted to each and every one of these things that I'm naming here. I know people right now that's addicted to them. You have sexual addiction, pornography, molestation, masturbation. It goes on and on. Those are sexual addictions. You could have been molested as a young child, and that'll bring on that type of activity. You have gambling addiction, where people go to the casinos and spend all their money in hopes of getting money back. And then they just get caught up like anything else, trying to get back or win back. And they end up losing homes and marriages and things of that nature. And then you have food, of course. We can overeat from being in bondage or stressing, and you have stress eaters and, things of that nature. So drug addiction goes a long way. But like I said, it's more than just drugs. And anyway, at my job even, there's a lot of the elderly. I work in long-term care. A lot of the elderly are hooked on pills. They come in with cancer, and they come in with painful illnesses, terminal illness, and they take medication where they end up getting hooked on that. And all night long, can I have some medicine? Pills, and it's so sad, but you wouldn't believe the amount of elderly that's drugs, addicted to drugs in rehabs. In rehabilitation centers. So drugs is another thing that I feel as Christians, if we take up Christian counseling and we use that to bring them in, and not only just help them with their alcohol or drugs, but introduce them to Christ. And that's something God values. He values showing love and helping the oppressed be free. If we utilize our Christian values, I don't think we do it enough even as Christians. Instead of allowing them to turn to the world as their source, Because after a while, when the world stop working for them, or they go back into a depression, they don't have nothing to grab onto to hold them. With Christ, they would have that. So it's always into trying to help somebody know God at the end of the day for us as Christians. That's our purpose. That's our kingdom purpose. So, like I said, in my conclusion, drug addiction is a worldwide epidemic. They have recovery programs. They have treatment, detox, clinical treatment, medications you can take, and then I like to say prayer, deliverance, and counseling. That's what worked for me, and it kept me free. So I just want to thank you for my time, and for your time, not my time. And I just ask that I help to enhance, maybe you know somebody that's on drugs or alcohol, and maybe one day you could bring them to me. Okay, bye-bye.